Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined by Fire Chief Steve Scuggs with the Wolf Creek Rural Fire Protection District. Chief, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so it's interesting. You're advocating, strongly advocating, for body cameras for your firefighters. Why is that necessary?
It's necessary for a number of reasons. One is for protection of our firefighters. A lot of times when we respond to calls and stuff, we encounter people within the community that create problems. Sometimes they create problems that are negative and threaten our firefighters and EMTs. And the second reason would be to, also hold our firefighters accountable for the actions that they do when they're out in the community.
Okay, and so we've certainly heard a lot about body cameras in regards to police agencies, and you guys are responding to a wide variety of things happening in the community. You talked about a lot of threats. Has anything escalated beyond that into violence in any way?
Well, within the last year and a half, I've been assaulted twice. Once my glasses being knocked off my face and broken by people that, show up at the scene and may be well-intentioned, but definitely are not part of a positive outcome.
Okay, and so is there any reason why, or I'm trying to figure out why this might be happening, why people might be upset to see you, tell me about the district and what's going on there right now.
Well, the Wolf Creek Rural Fire Protection District is 32 square miles. It's on the border between Josephine and Douglas County, and it's basically out on the edge. So fire enforcement laws over the years haven't really been strong. And now that we're enforcing the fire laws, a lot of times people who are usually used to just setting fires, walking away from them, now that's no longer being permitted within the fire district.
Okay, interesting. All right, very good. We're going to take a quick break. Much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Fire Chief Steve Scuggs with the Wolf Creek Rural Fire Protection District. So, Chief, you're advocating for body cameras for your staff. You want them to be a little added protection, if you will, when they go out into the community and stop perhaps some of these illicit fires. How are you able to raise the money, or what have you been able to raise this far?
So far, we've been able to raise approximately $900 at this point in time. We have people that will call the firehouse and donate once they hear the project's going. The other way is getting on our Facebook page, Wolf Creek Rural Fire Protection District, and following the links to donate.
Okay, and how much money do you need to
we need $6,000 to purchase 10 sets, complete sets of cameras for 10 personnel.
Okay, and I know as we've seen with our local police agencies, we've been reporting on this for some time actually, all that, it's one thing to get the cameras, but all the servers and all the things that go involved, it can be pretty expensive.
It can be. Pretty much with this camera system that we've researched, you're able to actually just download onto a regular computer and put it onto a server. So the additional cost is pretty much going to be minimal for us.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so since I have you here, and it is almost fire season, and your district is pretty rural, and you want to be very careful about everything this year. We saw some extreme heat last 2 weeks. This week, much cooler. What are you expecting for the overall 2016 fire season?
We're looking for it to be extremely active with the dry heat early on and the fuel loads that we've had developing over the years. Fire protection's been very good. We're good at it. Unfortunately, being good at it means that we build up fuel loads in the forest, and so any fire that maybe 20 years ago didn't do much now becomes a significant threat to a community.
Okay, and as you mentioned, again, the Facebook page for your department is the best way for people to find out more information.
Yes.
If they choose to help out you guys.
Yes.
All right, very good. Chief, great to meet you. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.